New from 101 Films and their AGFA range comes She-Freak. Now, I was super excited about this when it was announced. It just looked so fun. You know, from 1967, it is a remake of Todd Browning's Freaks, but with a kind of exploitation spin. Everything about that just sounded wonderful, and to have the movie live up to that was just so wonderful. I just loved that. And the movie kind of starts off in this greasy, horrible diner as Jada, our main character, there is a waitress who just doesn't like what she has in life. She's not happy with working with this creep that she works for. She's not happy with the kind of life that she has. And when the front man for a carnival turns up, tells her that the carnival are coming soon, she sees it as a way to escape this town, to follow along with these people and work with them, you know, as a waitress, and just kind of help out.
You want to run off and join that lousy carnival, huh? Too good to work for me, huh?
And throughout the film, much like Freaks, she becomes indoctrinated into the carnival kind of culture, although there is a slight aversion to all the freaks, and we slowly see her try and get her hooks into someone rich whom she can bleed dry, who she can use to give her a little bit of prestige and a better life than she thought she was going to get, and ultimately see that greed eke into justice, carnival justice, at the end of the film. It's an incredibly quick movie. At just 83 minutes, it doesn't outstay its welcome. It knows exactly what it wants to do. It starts off with a flashback, or with a little end of the movie, and then flashback tell you the rest of the story, and finishes up with the reveal of the She-Freak. You don't get to that till right to the end of the movie, much like you don't with the original Freaks as well. And this technicolored documentary feeling look into carnival world is just fascinating. You know, take the story aside, you get to see this large carnival getting set up, practicing its wares, getting dismantled at the end. Just seeing all the moving parts of it are wonderful itself. And once the story starts to come into it, you really sort of delve into the characters and the situation and the real horrible nature of people come to the forefront. Now, I would have liked to have spent more time with the freaks who are really kind of sidelined within this one. We don't get to know them. We don't get to understand their camaraderie with one another. We do get it through the person that kind of runs that attraction, as he articulates why he thinks they're such a tight-knit group and why they're people that should be respected and loved like any other person, regardless of what makes them a little bit different. But it's all delivered through a kind of speech rather than seeing it happen.
No, he doesn't like me.
Oh, Jade, you're imagining things. Shorty likes everybody.
Gives me the creeps. They all do.
Oh, honey, they're my friends. They're human beings just like you and me.
They're not like me, they're not. I'm no freak.
I think Claire Brennen as Jada is just wonderful as this character who can be both kind of sexy and alluring but also disgusting at the same time, by her personality and by the twist of a sort of facial expression, just to become something a little bit more monstrous, which really pays off in the final scene of this one. I liked a lot of aspects about this. It feels very exploitation. It has that kind of just grime that's kind of built through it a little bit, whether it be the greasy spoon at the start, whether it be the carnival or some of the lascivious characters that perpetrate this world, whether it be the horrible nature of the characters themselves, particularly Jada, our main one. It does leave a kind of nasty taste in the mouth. You know, you kind of feel like justice was done at the end of this one, but a lot of people were hurt. They didn't have to.
Honey, what's the matter? You look shook.
I just saw him.
Who, the crowd?
The freaks?
So?
They're so horrible.
She-Freak, beautiful to look at, great transfer, absolutely wonderful. Now we're going to jump in and have a look at the extras in a little second, but just inside this one there is a little booklet It is a great kind of essay on David Friedman, his love of freaks, the movie, and his love of carnival life, how he was part of that and how he grew up with that, and really used his connections to make such a wonderful movie. It has a little fun bit at the part, just freaky fun facts which are really kind of just interesting, and some images as well. It's a great little booklet. It comes with this one. Now, of course, there are extras on here, and we are going to jump in and talk about them. So let's do it. So here we are in the disc for She Freak. We're going to go into the extras. We have an archival commentary with producer David F. Friedman and Something Wild founder Mike Brennen. Next up, we have Asylum of the Insane She Freak inserts. Now, this Asylum of the Insane is explained a little bit within the booklet. This is 8 minutes 33 seconds of 3D footage, which apparently was cut into the movie to create another movie, which has absolutely nothing to do with She Freak whatsoever. Next up, we have the laughing, leering, lampooning lures of David F. Friedman. Now, this is pretty much a lengthy collection of vintage marketing materials from the producer, including She Freak, which are kind of exploitation or X-rated offerings. It's quite interesting to see some movies that you may be interested in checking out. The vintage shorts from the Carnival Midway takes us to an undated time, visiting carnivals and meeting a few sideshow entertainers and seeing them do what they do best, which is just a real interesting oddity, and that is just over 8 minutes. And then lastly, we have the promotional photo shoot, which is 4 minutes in length. Now, it should be said that the trailers runs for an hour and 37 minutes, so there are plenty there to check out, and that is the extras on She Freak. So there we have it. I think She Freak is possibly my favourite 101 AGFA release thus far. It is just so enjoyable. It's a quick, easy watch, looks great, the extras are wonderful, and I am very happy to have this in my collection. I'd love to know your thoughts on She Freak if you've seen it. Are you picking it up? What do you expect? What did you think when you saw it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. It allows other people to get other opinions as well. As always, there's more content up here if you want to see more of my things. If you want to click that like button, it'll stop me having to go and live the life of a carnival worker, because I like my home comforts too much. And if you want to really support me, you can join me on the Patreon or the membership program, which would be absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.